Hi guys! Today we're walking around in somewhere in Surrey. I don't know. Where are we? No one knows. In the woods.
Dorking.
Dorking, yeah. And we wanted to film you a video talking about let's go this way. Talking about dry food vs wet food. So we've had Ralph on dry food when he was first born, right?
Yeah.
And then for the last 2 months we had him on a wet food, and now we're putting him back on the dry food just to see the difference.
Yeah.
So what's the difference we've seen when we've put him on the wet food after dry food in the first time?
The main difference we've seen with the wet food is he urinates a lot more.
Yeah.
Anywhere and everywhere all the time. Because
So if you don't have a garden in the house, yeah, we don't. But he's toilet trained, so yeah. But if you don't have a garden to take him out every, I don't know, hour really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when he pees, it's big pees.
Yeah. Especially when he's just woken up from a nap.
Yeah. And then when we were feeding him dry food and then went on to the wet food, did he poo more as well?
Yeah, he pooed more. He definitely pooed more. I think another big difference we saw is we were happy with his weight gain on the wet food.
Yeah.
That was the plus size. We were feeding him AVA, which is supposed to be one of the best dry foods.
Yeah.
And
Was it a puppy one?
yeah, it was a puppy one.
Yeah.
And you thought that he looked really skinny.
Yes.
And everybody else with eyes and a brain thought he looked
Yes.
skinny. But I was
Yes.
like, no, he's fine. He's just a puppy.
Yes. I mean, he's slim himself, so he's like, he's fine. And then I was like, no, he's really not fine.
And,
We also, but then when we put him on the wet, was it on the wet food we gave him the puppy milk? Or was it
it was
still
still the dry food.
Okay, yeah. So started giving him like puppy milk.
Yeah, goats. I think it was goats. Yeah.
Something,
goat
yeah.
form,
It
like,
sells in Pets at Home.
Yeah.
And if I find a picture, I'll add it on the screen here. So we gave him that, and then he gained weight. Like I think in a month, he gained like 2 kgs. We were
Yeah.
so shocked, but he still looked really nice and healthy.
Yeah.
Much better than he looked before. But then I feel like the difference we've noticed when we put him on the wet food is that he poos a lot more at night. Like how many times per day does he poo? 5.
I mean, they say on Google 5 times is normal for a puppy, but he nearly goes 5 times in the night, which isn't normal.
Yeah, so he could go right before we go to bed twice, then once in the night, then one first thing in the morning, and then also like 2 or 3 times during the day, and sometimes 2 times during his walk. So it's a lot. But like gram wise, wet food is twice as much as you would feed him with the wet food. Dry food. So that's why we decided to now go on dry food again. And also we've seen behavioral changes in him, as in he can't settle during the night. So we think it may be because he's too full all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So which dry food are we going to give him now?
So we're going to give him Royal Canin, the Dachshund version.
Yeah.
The puppy version, which
Yeah.
I've heard is really good, and the reviews are really good.
Yeah.
They also do treats and stuff, so we're going to try him on that. And then when he's 11 months, if we're happy with it, then we'll put him onto the adult version.
Yeah, because with the Royal Canin, even on the pack, it says that you give it to him up to 10 months.
Yeah.
And then when he's 11 months, you put him on the adult one. And it's a breed-specific food.
Yeah.
So we don't really know why it's breed-specific. But I'm guessing there's a lot more for Dachshunds, because obviously they are prone to back problems. There's maybe a lot more calcium or something to support the bones, I'm guessing.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. We haven't really noticed any changes in his fur or anything like that when we've put him on the wet food. It's mostly has been the toilet breaks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them, a lot. And right before that, we finally trained him to pee in one place in the house. So he's been having a lot less carpet accidents and a lot more peeing and pooing in the right place.
But we did get a rug doctor.
Yes, we did get a rug doctor just in case. Also something we can suggest for pet owners, really, because it's a good thing to have if
Yeah,
you have got carpets in a
It's
house.
definitely essential, especially if you live in a flat and
Yeah.
you don't own it.
Yes, and you want to get your deposit back.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's where we're at now. I think once we've gotten him back on the dry food, so now we're in transition period. So how are we going to do that?
So you need to give them about 10 days to get used to the new food. So you don't just give them it all at once. You mix it with the existing food you're giving them,
Yeah,
and then you just monitor it. And then after 10 days, if they're not having, you know, loose stools, it should be all good.
yeah. Well, we have about 3 trays
no.
left of wet food. So what we decided we're going to do is we're going to mix it up. So give him half of his tray. So we fed him 1 tray per day of
Fourth Glade.
Fourth Glade.
The turkey one, and then I think
duck
the other
one.
was duck. Yeah.
Yeah, again, I'll add the pictures on the screen here to show you guys. So we were feeding him 1 tray per day of that, plus obviously the snacks and some other like sweet potato and bananas we were giving him and stuff.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try do half a tray, plus the other half of his daily allowance will be the dry food for the 3 days.
Yeah, 3 days. Yeah.
Yep. Or no, 6 days.
Yeah,
6 days, yeah.
Yeah, we
3
split it up.
trays, 6 days. Yep. And then we're gonna put him back fully on the dry food,
Yeah.
and then we'll report back in a month or 2.
Yeah, in a month or 2.
Yeah.
And, something I'll just add: if you're just getting a puppy, I would say listen to what the breeder says as well, because when we got Ralph, the breeder put him on a large dog food because she said he needs to put on weight, and then she's been breeding Dachshunds for 25 years.
Yeah.
But then when I spoke to the vet was like, no, this isn't good for him. But you have to remember, the vets, they also want to sell their product.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. The only ever dry food that was bad for him, I mean, so far, neither the dry or the wet food is bad for him. We just trying different things to see what fits our dog, really. And that's how you should go about it, you know, trial and error. But the only bad dry food we ever given him was...
It was called Specific or something like that. And when he was having diarrhea, the vet recommended it. But it just made him lose so much weight. Like,
Yeah.
we needed to give him so much of it because it wasn't doing anything for him.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of it is really bland. But yeah, it just didn't work out well. And it cost about, I think they charge £14 for a bag of it. So yeah. it
So we
wasn't-
fed it for a month.
Yeah.
For him, to him, and then basically what happened, he became constipated
Yeah.
and lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
So that one, never again.
Yeah, and we just use the remainder of it as treats sometimes on a walk. We'll just give like the rest of it to
Yeah,
him.
we didn't want to just throw it out, you know,
Yeah.
that wouldn't be quite nice. So yeah, we just we did it
Yeah.
that way.
And if you ever like have, you know, pet food that you don't want, you can donate it. I made that mistake thinking you just have to throw it away, but you can donate it. So
Where can we donate it?
Pets at Home have a store, and then Dogs Trust,
Okay.
you can donate it.
Okay. So yeah, if you've got any food for doggies you don't want it, you don't need it, then donate it.
Ralph will
People-
have it all.
Ralph will have it all. Yes, you will have it all. Right, that's all the tips we have for you today. I hope that was helpful. If you've got any, you know, your own experience, what you feed your puppies, what you feed your Dachshunds, that would be really interesting if you share it with us, you know, and so the other people can also see. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye!